I was really interested in playing Darksiders 2 because it seemed to have a whole heap of influences all in one game. One of them being Legend of Zelda, which I've never had the best time getting into, but Darksiders 2 did seem to have more of a focus on its combat, which was exactly what I needed to pull me in. Alright, so let's see what it got. This is combat overview. In this series of videos I go over just that, the combat, to be a visual manual in a way and to give a more in-depth look into what a game has to offer, because too many reviews gloss over gameplay, calling it a button masher, or giving it the blanket statement. It's like DMC. So on Square we got a 4-hit combo, and something caught me off guard, well because no one mentioned it, but we actually got delay combos. A delay after the first attack will have your scythe spin in place in front of you, and end by sending enemies away. Kinda reminded me of Dante's Pop Shredder. But yeah, so delay after 2 attacks is our crowd control. It'll do these wide swipes and then have your scythe spin around you. Delay after the 3rd attack, we do the slam, which has no end lag, which means we can loop back into our attacks. And pressing square while we move back would do a launcher that'll send him up while we stay grounded. Now on triangle we have our second weapon. You got picks of a 2-handed weapon that's slow but hits hard, or fist weapons that are stubby but lightning fast. We can chain into a mid combo out of our scythes, which will have him do a unique link combo. The thing is, these second weapons aren't layered. Just by looking at their combo list, you can just see it's just the 1 button strings. No delays either to mix it up. They do have a follow-up attack out of a dodge and charge attacks, but that's about it. No matter how many scythe attacks you do before you chain into your second weapon will not have unique ender. So because of all that, I never really used them much, but to be honest, it was never an issue. The scythe has all those corners covered dealing with all the situations, so it never really bothered me. We can jump once with X. In the air, we can do a basic 3-hit combo. Can press R1 to quickly drop down, having a little splash damage on landing, which is also a good way to get back into ground combat. We even got a delay combos after the 2nd hit. R1 and square at the same time will do the spin attack in place, sick for air combos, and pressing triangle will do your second weapon's air attack. We do have a version of glory kills, so when you heavily damage an enemy, there's a chance for them to be set up for glory kills by pressing circle. We can press circle on the smallest enemies to insta kill them, but other than that, circle won't do anything on enemies unless they have the circle above their head. No blocking, but you can dodge with R1. Just move in that direction while you press it and there you go. And dodging will cancel your attacks at any point, so you can evade whenever needed. And it has some solid iframes too. Just be sure not to spam it though, because you'll do this very laggy flip on the 3rd consecutive dodge, leaving yourself open. Now if we time our dodge right before a hit lands, we'll do this auto counter attack. But yeah, we actually got some follow-ups too, so dodge forward plus X will do this launcher that'll send you and the enemy up. You can also do this launcher in neutral by pressing square and X at the same time. But yeah, since dodge cancels our attacks, that means we can dodge mid combo and go into that launcher. Dodge forward plus square will send your scythe ahead of you, letting you close in and starting your combo. Alright, so we got 2 sub weapons on R2. And again, something else no one mentioned, but one of them is actually Nero's Devilbringer, used to, like the name says, bring an enemy closer to you. We can even use it in the air, pulling an enemy up, or we can use it to extend our air combos, letting us do some nice plays. And since our enders usually send people flying, it makes this cool setup to grab them mid-air to finish them off. It can't pull in large enemies though, so you just pull yourself towards them instead. Alright, so the other weapon we got is a gun. Now isn't DMC too strong? It'll do some damage, but it can't be spammed since you need to wait for death to reload it on his own. Kinda acts on an invisible cooldown to make sure you spread out its use. But yeah, we can use it to help extend combos, air juggle a bit, and to just be stylish. Also, good thing about them fast shots, they'll quickly build our meter so we can use specials. And to use those moves, hold down 1 to have this hotkey appear, and then press a face button to use them skills or whatever you put there, like the gun or the Devilbringer like I did, which can lead to some pretty cool looking plays. I grab a faraway enemy, do some quick slashes before launching them, hot swap to my gun to juggle, catch their fall with that delayed combo, then cancel its end lag with a special attack. Yeah, you gotta believe me when I say this game has some stuff to it. Alright, back to those specials. So we got a quick zip towards an enemy, letting you close in, a crowd control attack, a defense buff, or some that'll summon back up in a fight. Also, you can use these specials whenever because they'll cancel our basic attacks as soon as you use them, but like I mentioned, we need meter, called Wrath, shown by this bar under our health, to use our specials. And to refill it, you just gotta land hits. The top bar is at XP, fill it up and we gain a level and a skill point to spend. Now those skill points can be used to buy these specials, We only got a choice of like 5 of them, the rest of the options being passive buffs to that one move, like setting an enemy on fire when hit, chance to be slowed, and having explosive damage on hit. So yeah, not a lot of specials to choose from, but they all have their own use. We also have a DT, hold L1 and press R2 and there you go. It'll drain pretty quickly though, so make the most out of it. And again, landing attacks will fill it up. To lock on, hold L2, but we also got a powerful soft lock on, auto turn into any enemy in your bubble. We got a few enemy types, but now that I really think about it, they don't really change your approach. The shield guys block all your attacks and you just gotta wait for them to drop it down, but that's pretty much it. Fights come down to just managing a whole crowd while being stylish at the same time, which is not a problem. And the fact I never noticed it on my 20 hours with the game goes to show how fun all those interactions were. We do have gear, nothing Neo expansive, but it just comes down to numbers go up. You can buy better stuff, but just by exploring you'll find gear that most of the time will outclass whatever you got on. And you can sell all that whack gear for coin, which is what we need to buy moves to expand our move list. And one of the major things I always look out for is here. So in the world there's a place called the Crucible, and it's here just for the combat, letting you do weight based fighting. But yeah, like I mentioned before, there's a lot more going on in Darksiders 2, and combat is used more as a pace breaker from the exploration, platforming, and puzzles, which are all fun. And because of that, everything shares a spotlight and honestly balances them all pretty damn well, making it really easy to appreciate all the aspects of the game. After I finished Darksiders 2, I gotta admit, they made a Zelda game that fit to what I liked a lot more than any other Zelda I've ever tried. You got a very solid combat system that allows you to get stylish, dungeons that were actually fun, bosses that are puzzles themselves, and honestly death was a pretty hype pro tag. So yeah, give it a shot, and hopefully you like it just as much as I did.